If gratitude had a bank statement, most people will be totally shocked at how rich they are. The gratitude ROI, the gratitude return on investment. That is what I want us to talk about on this week's episode of MindShift with MinistaMike. Gratitude, the return on investment of gratitude. This is the idea that thankfulness is not just a soft emotion. Thankfulness is not just a ploy. It produces measurable returns. Thankfulness, gratitude, is not just emotions that you feel. It is a concrete system, a concrete investment that produces measurable results. I wrote something here that I know will add value to you. Gratitude affects your productivity, it affects your relationships, it affects your emotional stamina. When you practice gratitude deliberately, when you practice gratitude, even sometimes as a strategy, you increase your ability to think clearly, you increase your ability to work steadily, and you increase your ability to connect with people meaningfully. Gratitude then becomes a mental investment that pays you back steadily, that pays you back every single day. I have 4 insights here that I want to share with you. The first one is you need to understand that gratitude sharpens your focus. Gratitude sharpens your focus. A thankful mind is less distracted because it is not busy comparing itself with other things. It is not busy complaining. It is focused on what is doing well. A thankful mind is less distracted. That is how I know that it sharpens your focus. You see what is working instead of obsessing over what is missing. Your mind is on what is working, and you reinforce that by doubling down on what is working rather than being distracted by obsession or obsessing over what is missing. With a calmer inner state, you will be able to handle whatever it is you're doing with more clarity and less friction. This boosts your output, it makes you more productive, it makes you more efficient, it makes you more effective without any extra pressure. Gratitude sharpens your focus. Also, gratitude strengthens your emotional endurance. You are able to be fortified emotionally. You're not moved around by mood swings. You are able to ground yourself. Hard days will not hit you as hard when you already have a habit of noticing what is going well. Yes, there will be hard days, but it will not hit you as hard because your mind has been trained to notice what is going well in your life. Your mind has been trained to always notice what is going well at work. Your mind has been trained to always see what is going well in your relationships. It lowers your emotional fatigue and it gives you mental breathing room. You have space enough to breathe. You have space enough to have clarity. You have space enough to see yourself the way you really are, not what your emotions are dictating to you, but how you really are. You will bounce back faster because you are trained to spot progress, not just problems. I'm not saying you shouldn't look at yourself and see where your challenges lie, where your problems are, but you've trained yourself not to fidget because you focus on progress, not only problems. This will make you steady. It will give you root under stress. You'll be able to anchor yourself on things that are working whenever you are under stress. And number 3, gratitude deepens your relationship instantly. It's like a miracle when you express gratitude for things people do for you, for people that are even in your life. It deepens the quality of your relationship instantly. Appreciation is a signal that people feel, not just hear. They don't just hear what you say, they feel it. When you truly genuinely appreciate people, they can sense it. They can sense your authenticity. They can sense the clarity in your intention. It softens conflict. It encourages collaboration. It increases trust. When you show appreciation, when you show gratitude, you will discover that conflict often dissolves almost instantly. you are able to collaborate with people more effectively, and the trust between you and your partners, the trust between you and your acquaintances, the trust between you and your friends deepens, it increases. People naturally support those who value them, and gratitude is one way that you show that you value people. A simple acknowledgement can shift the tone of an entire week, and that is what I want you to notice. A simple acknowledgement will change the tone of an entire week. So as you go to work today, as you meet people, I want you to change the tone of the week by deploying gratitude, by deploying appreciation. And finally, this week, you need to understand that gratitude fuels consistent action. The more you are grateful for, the more you will see what to be grateful for, and that will double your action. It will help you be consistent with whatever it is that you do, because you feel good. When you appreciate small wins, you create an inner push that helps you to keep going. You are more likely to stick with long-term goals because you see the proof that your effort is paying off. You see the proof that your effort matters. And how do you see that proof? Because you notice it, you notice them intentionally, and that helps you. And that happens rather because you are grateful. Gratitude keeps you from quitting too early by reminding you of the progress you've made, by reminding you of the progress you are making, by reminding you of the progress that you might have overlooked. This turns your slow growth into steady growth. You don't see yourself growing slowly. You see yourself as growing steadily. See, as you go this week, this is just a gentle reminder. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It is a strategy that I want you to deploy this week. When you track your gratitude, when you speak it out, when you practice it, productivity rises, your relationships improve, and your entire mindset shifts into a stronger gear. So I want you to go this week and practice gratitude. You will be glad that you did, because the return on investment on gratitude is super high. Thank you, and I will talk to you next week. Bye for now.